Yo, wow. Yo, what is going on, my husbandos and waifus? My name is HERMSAUR and welcome to another review for you guys. Today we are going to review Black Clover, episode number 17. For someone that has read this part in the manga, I'm actually almost caught up, but someone that's read the manga and is now actually watching it come to animation and come to life, wow. The emotions I felt watching it is a lot stronger than reading it. Of course, I'm more of an anime watcher versus a reader, but wow. Now let me tell you, it's really cool to see Asta and Yuno together, of course, and seeing a little bit of flashbacks and main plot. So, I feel like the balance in Black Clover when it comes to going to the flashback to where it is currently, I think it's perfect. And what I've noticed from reading the manga, and even in this episode, and it shows true to it, even with the previous episodes, is that it always seems to flash back. Like, looking at the characters that they are fighting now, and even the characters that are fighting to protect the kingdom, you can see them look into their past and see why they are a magic knight and why they do the things that they do. I think Black Clover does that perfectly in that regard when we're going back into looking at how their past relates to what's going on currently in the current arc and why they are fighting. First off, let me say, Asta's power levels are definitely over 69,000. It's funny because we see Klaus looking at Asta and he's like, how much has he trained? Why is he so strong? And we can see that it's not only with the fact that Asta is able to fight this guy and has negation magic. He is also physically trained to fight regardless of the situation. He could take a beating. And that's what I've also learned and realized if you look at a lot of the characters, besides Yami of course, but if you look at a lot of the characters that are magic knights and etc., they have no muscle at all. They're not very, like, built strong like Asta. And, of course, we see Yami, who is freaking OP. Like, Yami's freaking buff besides Asta, because Yami is different than everyone else. But we could tell that, you know, Asta has physically trained himself to become strong because he had no magic powers in the come-up. He had no magic powers to help him become stronger, and now he is at the point where he can actually fight back, take a beating from anyone, and fight with his negation magic. And Klaus's reaction to Asta having no magic, but he has negation power, he was like, what? Why does a peasant like this have this power? And this is going to be a big eye-opener for Klaus, because Klaus, you know, he always felt like nobles, royalty, are always the people who have the most magical power and that they can defeat anyone. So this right here in itself is an eye-opener for Klaus to realize that, look, these peasants, I'm being protected by Yuno. There's a guy, the Black Bulls member Luck, is the one that caused the problem and he's protecting him. And Asta's actually defeating this guy with the diamond sword from the Diamond Kingdom. Asta's the one that's pulling in clutch right now. I'm sure Klaus is kind of blown back right now. And hopefully we see that evolution of Klaus's personality. Now the fight scene, oh, it's everything that I imagined it to be. And the music fit perfectly. But oh my god, the animation. Because when I was reading this chapter, I was like, yo, I hope the anime does the manga justice. I hope the animation, even with the fight scene, blows it back. And it exactly did that. The animation, oh my god, it was so good. That glory of seeing Yuno fly around as he's trying to protect everyone, as he's trying to fight against this man. And even though he is losing, we see him actually pull in clutch and just flying around and fighting. But when we see Asta come in clutch, fighting him himself, blowing him back, pushing him against the wall, dropping him into the water, dude, Asta is freaking, oh my god, the freaking animation. Like, I cannot praise the animation of this enough. I mean, like, I've talked about how the animation it's okay compared to other anime, but just seeing it come to life from manga to this, it was done perfectly, in my opinion. The pacing of this is perfect as well. I was wondering how far we're going to get to see Asta defeat this man, and it ends perfectly where it's at right now. I think it's perfect the way I think it's perfect the way it's at right now. Fantastic. I also think, like, because we're also looking at the Diamond Kingdom from the Black Clover, we're looking at the Diamond Kingdom from the Clover Kingdom's view. But if you kind of look at it, even like the boss, the guy with the smoke powers, he seems to care about his comrades a lot. He seemed to, like, save them as they're escaping. So there's some sentiment to it, but we know that I guess they call him the Destroyer, Mars. Sorry, I keep forgetting his name, but Mars went through hell. He went through a lot because he was the secret weapon of the Diamond Kingdom, and it was just freaking crazy. So I think Mars' story with the Diamond Kingdom will probably come into the next episode, and I feel like there's going to be a lot of filler in the next episode in terms of telling Mars' story, which is not a bad thing because I think people need to know a little bit more about Mars before we get further into the story. But anyways, guys, that is my thoughts on Black Clover. I think this chapter was done really, really well, and I cannot wait to see what's to come. Anyways, guys, thank you so much for tuning in. If you guys enjoyed, make sure you guys go ahead and drop a like for me because that helped me a lot. Subscribe for more Black Clover content and anime variety content, and especially My Hero Academia content. I'll see you guys in the next one. Also, if you haven't seen it yet, I did upload my Anime Los Angeles vlog, so check that out. And tomorrow will be Anime Los Angeles, Who Is Your Wife?